the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And off we go from Nashville. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Throw to the right, caught by Cockrell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Hold it ready.
And the Titans, first down.
Let's go.
First and 10 at
Cougar
the 37-yard line.
Ready.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Shoves him aside, and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's good for a Titans.
First down. Ready.
First and goal at the 3-yard
Panther
line.
60. Panther 60.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tyjae Spears with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back, 3 downs, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. You talk about this Titan defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to him. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Again, Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here's Herbert.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kevin Winston. And the Titans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
To throw, here's Ward.
He's got him in, complete.
He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Titans.
Wandale Robinson
With touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now it's Herbert.
Pass hauled in by Johnston.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Look in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down
as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jalen Phillips make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Herbert. Setting up the screen, Harris. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Herbert back to the air. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jalen Phillips. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 10 yards out. And the Chargers are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Ready?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Over the middle, he has a Conqueror. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Ready?
They'll try and sneak it here. And he will have the Titans first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Here we go. Gotta be lying.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ready, break.
At the 37-yard line.
Ready.
Here's Ward.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Daron Payne drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
In motion, the tight end. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Titans.
Chimere Dike,
73 yards.
And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's Herbert.
Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Yeah, he's able to bring to one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
At the Chargers' 9-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
19 right.
And goal.
Ready? Trap 60, trap 60, 76.
Ward. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Charger drive about to get going.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Herbert now.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll be out of bounds out near the 45 at the 44.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Chargers.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To try again after the sack. Herbert. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
J.K. Scott in punt formation.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And taken right at the 35. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Warriors 70, 19 Charger, 19 Charger. Ready?
A final shot before break.
Moore. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
To number 17. It's a gain of 4. Brings up
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Get it? Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. 70 yards. As his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to air one out.
And Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Down the right sideline.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second on the game.
And the Titans have opened the lead up to 30.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Chargers 7.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
They stopped him in his tracks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And the Chargers first down.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Home to try.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
So the fourth down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To the air again, Herbert. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Here's Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jalen Phillips getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. And will dump it underneath to his running back, complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down.
9-yard line.
Again, Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now it's Herbert. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche. Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. No gain on the play. And it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Inside the 20.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest,
they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Najee Harris.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments in the fourth.
Yeah, it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Tennessee, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for L.A., the loss might knock them out of play.
Queen left on the freak. He probably thought they wouldn't meet. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got him beat. Cause her side ain't in the streets. She ain't the one to play with. picture of DMs. They be sliding like base hitters. The mother fellas, they be seeing her work. You say you want an angel, then give her heaven or earth. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't. But I think girls let other men. And I won't tell if you don't. A dog gon' be a dog. But a gon' be more clever. Oh, a dog gon' be a dog. But a gon' be more clever. Yeah. She in Vegas, and Summer Lee with baller, she flagrant. Once a good girl is gone, she gone forever, more forever. And now she dog 'em out whenever. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't. But I think girls let other men, and I won't tell if you don't. A dog gon' be a dog, but a gon' be more clever. Oh, a dog gon' be a dog, but a gon' be more clever.